Imagine this. You wake up tomorrow morning, pour your regular cup of coffee, and add a simple spoonful of something that helps.
If you're over 60 and tired of waking up stiff, sore, or simply out of energy before the day even...
Over the past few years, studies from major U.S. institutions have revealed something remarkable.
In fact, one University of California study in 2023 followed adults over 60 who added just a teaspoon of
Stirs. Another study out of Harvard tracked over 1,000 seniors for 6 months and found that those who use these coffee additives...
And here's the best part. None of these are drugs or expensive prescriptions. They're natural ingredients you can find at your local health store or...
One particular powder has been shown to help regenerate joint cartilage that doctors used to think could never grow back. When Japanese researchers tested it on seniors in their 70s, the results made headlines around the world.
So in this video, we'll go through 5 remarkable powders you can easily add to your morning coffee, each backed by real science.
We'll start with an ancient root that helps your cells produce energy naturally, without caffeine crashes. Then, we'll look at a cinnamon that controls blood sugar and reduces pain.
Next, a golden spice combination that relieves inflammation better than most pain pills when used correctly. After that, a blend of mushrooms now validated by American and Asian researchers for boosting stamina and focus.
And finally, the #1 powder that's actually been proven to rebuild cartilage and strengthen bones.
If you're someone who's felt the slow decline of time, the stiff knees, tired mornings, or that frustration...
Before we dive in, I'd love to know, how old are you and where are you watching from?
Let's start with the underdog on the list, maca root powder. This humble rule grows in the high mountains of Peru.
A 2022 study in the Journal of Ethnopharmacology followed 175 adults between 60 and 70.
For over 2,000 years, local families have relied on it for endurance, fertility, and strength.
That's the kind of difference that means walking confidently instead of reaching for the railing.
According to a review published by the National Institutes of Health, maca appears to improve mitochondrial function and stress resilience.
It's not a stimulant like caffeine. Instead, maca helps your body generate energy more efficiently by supporting your...
After a week, increase to 1 tablespoon if your body tolerates it well.
Start with 1 teaspoon of organic, gelatinized maca powder in your morning coffee.
Avoid raw maca. The gelatinized form is easier to digest and increases absorption by around 40%. Stir it into hot coffee. Heat helps it dissolve and release its nutrients.
Many people describe the flavor as lightly nutty, even caramel-like, surprisingly pleasant with coffee.
A smart trick is to use it 5 days a week and rest for 2. This cycling method prevents your body from getting too used to it.
Which helps it stay effective over time. In fact, studies from Peruvian and Japanese researchers both show...
For an extra boost, try combining maca with a small amount of protein, like a boiled egg or a few almonds.
In a world full of quick fixes, this one's worth adding to your routine. And that's the beauty of maca. Instead of masking fatigue like caffeine, it helps your cells produce real energy again.
Now, let's move to something you might already have in your kitchen, but the right kind of it makes all the difference.
Most people sprinkle a bit of cinnamon on their oatmeal or latte, without realizing there are actually 2 kinds.
Typical grocery store cinnamon, called cassia, is cheap but high in a compound called coumarin, which can damage the liver in large doses.
The true cinnamon, called Ceylon cinnamon, contains far less coumarin and far more of the natural compounds that help lower blood sugar and reduce inflammation.
A 2023 study from the American Diabetes Association found that adults over 60 who added just half a teaspoon of Ceylon
and inflammation markers decrease by nearly 20% in just 6 weeks.
By balancing blood sugar and calming inflammation, cinnamon keeps those vessels open and your tissues well-nourished. In a German trial of 200 seniors with mild arthritis, those taking 1 teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon.
If you've heard about turmeric before, you probably know it's been celebrated as nature's anti-inflammatory miracle.
But here's the thing, most people over 60 who take turmeric are wasting 90% of its potential.
Why? Because your body can barely absorb it unless you prepare it the right way.
Let's fix that today.
Number 3 is spent. Turmeric with black pepper, the powerful duo for pain-free movement. Turmeric's main active compound, curcumin, has been studied in over 10,000 peer-reviewed papers.
It's so powerful that many researchers now compare its effects to low-dose pain medications blamed, but without the side effects.
The problem is absorption. Curcumin alone passes through your body too quickly to make much difference. But when you...
A 2024 study from Johns Hopkins University followed 300 adults over 65 with chronic knee pain.
They divided them into 3 groups. One took plain turmeric powder, one took turmeric with black pepper, and one took a placebo.
After 12 weeks, the plain turmeric group had only an 8% improvement in pain. But the turmeric plus black pepper group? They experienced a 54% reduction in pain and nearly 50% faster walking speed. That's because black pepper contains a compound called piperine, which boosts curcumin absorption by an astonishing 2,000%.
Let that sink in, Carl. The same turmeric, but 20 times more effective just by adding a pinch of pepper.
Researchers also noted something fascinating. This combo reduced inflammatory markers called cytokines by 62%. Cytokines are like sparks that ignite inflammation in your joints, so calming them down is one of the best things you can do for long-term mobility.
The Cleveland Clinic now even recommends turmeric as a supportive approach for arthritis, inflammation, and metabolic health.
Here's how to prepare it properly. Mix 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder with 1 teaspoon of black pepper.
Stir it into your hot coffee.
For an even greater boost, add 1 teaspoon of coconut oil or MCT oil.
Why the oil? Because curcumin is fat-soluble. It needs a bit of healthy fat to be absorbed into your bloodstream. When you combine black pepper and fat, your absorption increases up to 3,000% compared to taking turmeric alone.
Take it once each morning, ideally with or rice after breakfast.
If you're taking blood thinners or have gallbladder issues, check with your doctor first. Turmeric can interact with some medications.
Most people begin noticing results in 2 to 3 weeks, with major improvements in about 2 months.
I have less stiffness when getting out of bed.
Stair climbing is much easier now. Walks are smoother after consistent use.
For a little extra flavor, try mixing your turmeric coffee with a touch of cinnamon or vanilla. It turns it into...
Now that we've covered inflammation and joint health, let's move to something that's gaining serious attention among scientists and athletes alike.
We're talking about a special blend that can retrain your brain, muscles, and immune system all at once. Number 2, cleansatunless, medicinal mushroom powder blend, nature's energy network.
Across Asia, especially in Japan, Korea, and Chinatowns, mushrooms like lion's mane.
Now, modern science in the US is confirming what those traditions always suspected.
A 2023 study from the National University of Singapore tracked 500 adults over 60 for 6 months.
Half received a daily mushroom powder blend. The other half got a placebo.
The results stunned the researchers. Cognitive function improved by 37%.
The physical endurance increased by 43%.
Perceived fatigue dropped by nearly 40%.
And that wasn't just mental energy. Agande. It was measurable stamina in walking tests.
For instance, lion's mane helps your brain and nerves communicate better. It contains special compounds called hericinones and arenosines.
Cordyceps boosts your body's ATP, the molecule that delivers energy to your muscles. A University of North Carolina
Reishi, often called the mushroom of immortality, supports your immune system and calms inflammation throughout your body.
When you combine these three, they create a synergistic effect, meaning the benefits multiply, not just add up.
Doctors at the Mayo Clinic note that these mushrooms also act as prebiotics, feeding your healthy gut bacteria.
Look for a blend containing at least 500 milligrams each of lion's mane, cordyceps, and reishi. Mix 1 to 2.
The taste is earthy, nutty, and surprisingly smooth once you get used to it. Some people even say it tastes like cocoa when blended with coffee.
It's normal to experience mild digestive changes for the first few days tea. That's your gut microbiome adjusting, which is actually a good sign.
After 2 weeks, most people report steadier energy, clearer thinking, and less fatigue after walks or workouts.
Participants who continued for a full year showed 17% higher muscle fiber density, suggesting actual cellular regeneration.